So what we have here are pencils. I always use a 4B pencil in my class. And I remember the freshman year of college, and someone actually talked about like sharpening your pencil in the proper direction. And you could sharpen this side, but then it would take away you seeing the 4B, which is where information is. So that's why you sharpen on this side. Also, you'll notice there's no erasers. So this is not a project for erasers yet. There's other times we're going to be using erasers, but not now. So there's no erasers here on purpose. This is another 4B pencil, and what this has is its barcode and a sticker on this side. So what you want to do is take this off, because this will get stuck in your pencil sharpener. I mean, it's common, it makes sense, but you'll be amazed how many people don't do that, and they just aren't aware of it. Take that off. It's got glue on it. And then this is a General's charcoal pencil, so it's different than the lead. These are all lead pencils in a sort. And then this one is a cool pencil because there's no wood to it, so it's all graphite. It's called a monolith, and it also has a number 4B to it, so you can get these. The downfalls with these is if you drop them, they break. They'll snap, and so that's the unfortunate thing. They're fragile. So this pencil, a 4B, can get me a really light line. That's why, like, if you're using 2B's or H's, an H has a really light compressed graphite to it. And even if you push down hard on an H, it stays light. And what we want to do is we want to have something that allows a variety of lines. So here's my light to dark to light to dark. So this is we're going to be experimenting with this in a little bit more to be able to get values. Now there's a whole nother hand grip, which is this way, and it's described as an over grip. So you hold your pencil with your other hand, and then you grab over it, and then you hold it like this. And you don't hold it really hard, you hold it really lightly. And then what this is going to do is we're going to be doing a lot of practicing here. This is going to allow you to draw this way. It allows you to draw this way. It allows you to draw this way. It allows you to draw this way. So this is how anybody who's really drawing, they use their hand this way. And then when you need detail, then you come back in and do detail. And the cool thing too about this is if your pencil's on the side, you can get a thicker line and a thinner line. And also you can keep your pencil sharpened by turning your pencil. By turning your pencil, it keeps it sharpened. A general of something like this, a charcoal pencil, what I have here, this is my favorite tool in the world. It's called a box cutter. And what it does is it allows you to pop your blades in and out, razor blades, so you can always have a sharp blade. And that's the most important thing. I actually keep these in my pocket all the time, basically, certainly when I'm working in my studio, because I always need to cut something. So this is how you can use a pencil sharpener on pencils, but this is another way that the people who are really drawing, what they're going to do is they're going to use some type of a blade, and they're going to come down here, and they're going to get enough of their pencil cleared off so that, and so you notice that I put the blade down into the wood, and then I'm pushing it with this thumb. Right? I'm pushing it with this thumb to get it. I'm not doing it towards me, and I'm not pushing it that way. I'm actually using this thumb. So I'm getting the wood off. And once I get that, then you can see that I have a bigger, after I work this for a while, and you can see the difference of the black, right? This is really black versus this has a grayness to it. Whereas once I start working here, I can fill in areas, I can get straight, sharp lines. I can keep my line pointed. I can do one of the main things about drawing and getting better at it is this word called line dynamics. You know, how do you make your line dynamic, right? A dynamic line has a gestural quality to it, and it's got a thick and thin to it. It's dynamic. These are all warming up exercises. Like a musician warms up, like an athlete warms up, the artist also warms up. So if you ever feel unconnected to your creativity, these are excellent warm-up exercises. So last deep breath in. Breathe out and wiggle your feet, your toes. So what I just did is I brought your attention down to your feet. Now bring your attention back to your pencil and hold it. And just notice how you hold it. What hand are you holding it in? This is our default. You know, how heavy is the pencil? What's it like to hold a column? You know, how many times have you really looked closely at a pencil? And then watch closely, because we're going to do something here. Ready? Switch over your pencil into your non-dominant hand. So we switched our left and right brain. The left brain is the linear, logos, math, science, time part of our being. The left brain is symbols, archetypes, creativity, out of time. So, and it depends if you're left and right left-handed. So let's also go, I'm going to go back to this, and then I'm going to hold this in my hand, and I'm going to reach over and grab my pencil like that, so that my pencil is in my palm. It's called an overgrip, right? Another way. So here's my regular hand. I grab my pencil point, and then I'm going over so that my hand's here, and it's loose. So we're going to be drawing with this. So just follow along with me, and you're just going to start a circle. So we're actually going to do this for the next couple minutes. So our circle is a default circle, and time, right? There's a certain time here that I've already gotten into, and so it's just this. It's just drawing a circle. Take a deep breath, relax your belly, and bring your attention to your hand and how you're holding the pencil. And see if you can lighten up a little bit, not hold it so hard. And then see if you can even roll the pencil around in your fingers, which will actually sharpen your pencil tip. So wiggle your feet on the ground, and then let's notice how our wrist is holding the pencil and what it's doing. And then let's notice our elbow and what's that doing. And then our whole arm. So our drawing is an extension of our whole arm. That's what we want to be doing. We don't want to draw just from our wrist. It's super limiting, and we don't want to draw with our wrist on the paper. Super limiting. So scan your whole body for a moment. Are you leaning forward too much? Can you relax? Can you drop down and back? Can you draw from that place where you're actually drawing from, down and back? Or can you draw from your belly? What's that like? If you use your imagination, you're actually drawing from your belly, breathing. And now let's bring our attention to our eyes, and let's bring our eyes right to the tip of our pencil so that we're looking at it, and now actually follow it. So follow that tip. You might actually even get a little dizzy. See if you can follow it, and then come back to a soft focus. So then you're kind of watching the whole thing. And then actually open up your focus so that your peripheral vision comes on board. And while you're drawing and looking at your drawing, start to notice all the other things that you can see. What else is in the room? What else is on the floor nearby, on the table? What are all the other things that you can see? Your arm might be getting sore are tight. We're going to keep drawing. And now move your eyes away from the paper and start actually looking around the room. So while you're drawing, look around the room. What do you see? Can you name things in your mind? Look at the walls now and look at the ceiling and look all around, moving your head while you're still drawing. Right? So now you're all over the place. Notice something and pay attention to it for a moment. What's that like? How do you really see that? Is it a leaf? Is it a tabletop? A coffee mug? And now come back to your drawing and close your eyes. So now we're going in, you're closing your eyes. Notice that you can kind of still see your drawing. And let's roll our pencil and sharpen our tip a little bit while we're drawing. Notice how our arm's moving. It should be a little sore, or at least stressed out because we don't use this much. And now let's bring our attention to the sound of the pencil on the paper. There's friction there. And we're at a default because we haven't brought any consciousness to speed. And so let's do that right now. Let's slow down. You should notice that the sound has changed. If we were in a room, you'd be able to hear everybody's get more quiet. The whole room would get more quiet. It's pretty cool. And slow down again. Breathing. Soft belly. Are you leaning forward? See if you can get centered and draw from a centered place that's not your head. Relax and slow down some more. Eyes still closed. Closed. Slow. Slow down some more. Slow down some more. Slow down some more. Slow down half that. Slow down half that. And then go really, really, really slow. Breathing. And now go as slow as you can. And slower. And imagine that someone would walk into the room right now and they would look at what you're doing, and you are drawing so slow that they would think that you've stopped drawing. And you know that you're still drawing. And how do you know that? What information is coming back from the world, from your paper, from your pencil, from your hand that you're still drawing? There's friction happening there, right? There's actually a connection from your pencil to that paper. Can you make that so slow? Can you go lighter with your pressure so that it's barely touching the paper? The friction is barely there. Now let me say the next one before you try it. Stop and imagine that you're still drawing. So you're still holding your pencil. So stop and imagine that you're still drawing. Breathing. One more breath. Imagine that you're still drawing. And on the exhale, start to draw in the opposite direction. You can open up your eyes. So now we're out of the default, was the other direction. So now you're going to go the opposite direction. Let's speed back up to where we started. Right? So let's speed back up to where we started. And then let's go a little faster. Right? Let's go a little faster. And then let's go a little faster. And on the count of 3, the invitation is to draw as fast as you can and yell as loud as you can without hurting yourself, or just make a noise if you're in a house where yelling is not appropriate. Ready? On the count of 3. 3!